What is going on, nerds? Today's video is a bit more solemn because we're mourning the rotation of a year's worth of cards. In 3 weeks, all of the E block of cards goes away and will not be coming back. First card we're losing is Path to Peak, which I think is super healthy for the format. It shuts off Roblox abilities and is really great at keeping Charizard EX in check. Because post-rotation, that deck is probably the best thing by far. And if Path to Peak still existed, there would at least be a way to counter it. Whereas right now, there's really not, which is tough. And also, this prevents any other Roblox Pokemon from being too good just by shutting down their abilities. If there was one card that couldn't rotate, I would choose this one to keep. Next card is Battle VIP Pass. While I do think this is a cool mechanic to get Pokemon on your first turn, I am glad it is leaving. Just a little bit too powerful to get 2 base Pokemon immediately and never again. Because if you don't get this on your first turn, then you're way behind. And your opponent probably did get it. Therefore, they're set up, you're not, and then you can never use this card again. It is replaced by Buddy Buddy Poffin, which gets 2 Pokemon with 70 HP or less that are basics and puts them on your bench. Which is a similar mechanic, except you can use it any turn. So you don't need to get a turn 1 to win, which is great. It's definitely more balanced. And in a similar vein, we're losing Level Ball, which searches for a Pokemon with 90 HP or less. Buddy Buddy Poffin is fine as a replacement for this. I do prefer we still have Level Ball, but it's okay to lose it. It keeps the format fresh, which is good. And then next up, what you often get with Level Ball is Marabchep Kirlia. Now, this means Gardevoir EX is a lot worse without Marabchep Kirlia. Gets 3 Kirlias, put them on your bench. Without this, Kirlia is way slower as a deck, which really hurts its getting set up, but there's more that Guardian loses and makes it worse. Next up, it loses Zacian V, which does damage for each energy attached to it, which can really scale to a lot of damage. Not having this lowers Gardevoir damage output significantly. It also means it's going to be playing less energy since it can't hit as high. Also loses this Baby Gardevoir, which along with Reversal Energy can hit similar damage to Zacian V. And so the deck just loses so many pieces, and you're going to have to replace it with Screamtail and Drifloon, both of which do damage based on damage counters on it. And then you add extra modifiers, such as the new Hero's Cape, which increases your HP 100, or just Bravery Charm, and it allows you to have higher HP and then hit high damage, but not quite as high as what it had before, and losing Marabchep Kirlia really hurts your consistency. So Gardevoir is not nearly as good as it was, whereas at one point it was probably the best deck around. Next time we lose, Fusion Strike Pokemon. VMAX is good with his ability to copy any bench Fusion Strike Pokemon's attacks. And they're all in the same set, and all of them are the last set that's rotating, Fusion Strike. So Cross Fusion Strike, you can copy Ice Cube, Meloetta, Genesect, but losing all of those means there's a deck completely gone, and that's my favorite deck. Which is okay to lose it. I'm glad that I can switch to a new deck. I was getting a little bored of the same format, but still sad. Along with Fusion Strike Pokemon, the other strikes rotate too, such as Rapid Strike, with its Urshifu VMAX to do 120 to 2 things, and Talion to strike damage by discarding Water Energy. It's a really fun deck that's all put together by Octillery as well to search out Rapid Strike cards, and all of it is gone. Additionally, Single Strike is all gone, but there's not much Single Strike that's even good right now, but it's still fun to have, so it's annoying that's gone. All the Evolution VMAXs are gone as well. The Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, all of them. So there's no Q EVs anymore. There's a few cards, but not as many that exist. And the final card we're losing is Escape Rope. This is sad for Lost Box. The Lost Box loves the Escape Route to make them switch, but I've seen they're replacing it with Iron Bundle, which if you put on your bench, you can discard it from your bench and make your opponent switch to active, which is really useful and kind of replaces Escape Rope. Doesn't switch you, but you have other options to switch you. Switch and Switch card still exists, so you still play a similar number of switching options in your deck. And we get a card called Emergency Board, which reduces the retreat cost of Pokemon's attached to you by 1, which essentially just gives your Comfeys free retreat. So a lot of these cards we're losing, we have replacements, which is great. And I very much enjoy this new format, although there are some cards I'm going to miss. It's okay that we're missing them, and I hope you're okay with that too. If not, comment below what you're missing the least, or what you're missing the most, you know? I'll see you. I hope you enjoyed this. And watch the video on screen. You might enjoy that one too. It's going to be some great gameplay.